Triumphant by Permit Only is an autobiography, my memoirs, deals with inspiration, motivation, and success, no matter what happens or does not happen to you. When I was very young, 19 years of age, I suffered a devastating accident which left me in a wheelchair for 46 going on 47 years. Nonetheless, I was able and have been able to succeed. The book is to inspire others that if I could do it, if I could succeed, anyone else could succeed. This book is my story. It is meant to be an uplifting and true account of many of the challenges, opportunities, people, and my philosophy of life. A life empowered and facilitated by discipline, perseverance, patience, courage, and most importantly, love. Throughout my life, and the content within this journal will attest, I, not unlike many, have had my share of life struggles, defeats, achievements, and victories. It is also evident that through it all, in my journey, as likely in yours, many have played or will play a significant role, as we do not operate in a vacuum. It is my hope that you read this book in its entirety and at the very least find it enjoyable. And at its best, my life account serves as an inspiration or partial guide to the attainable success that can be achieved by following and applying some of the thoughts, concepts, and diligence expressed throughout the collected text of this book. Chapter 1, Family Origins. It was April 13, 1955 when I made my entrance into the world. Not a minute too late, as I was born for my father's birthday. My mother Julia was 23 years young, and my father Hermenegildo, for who I am named, was 27. U.S. citizens in search of a better life, my parents migrated to the borough of Manhattan in New York City from the small Caribbean city and island of San Sebastián, Puerto Rico. They will find this the land of opportunity, along with their fair share of heartaches and adversity, just life. When my father would share with us in Spanish, coman mis hijos, que yo sé lo que es pasar hambre. In English, eat my children, for I know what it is like to go hungry. He was not joking. He was referring to the fact that his mother, my paternal grandmother, would cry herself to sleep due to the passing of three of her infant children, Irene, Amelia, and Anna, who died from hunger. You see, my parents are product of the depression in the 30s and 40s. That generation really knows what it is to struggle. And those that survive really know what it is to achieve success despite hardship. And we all go through this. So we will all have hardships in our life and problems in our life. And they might seem unsurmountable at the time. But reality is that most of the time we can succeed, and within most problems lies its own solution. I'll share chapter 2, early years, a paragraph or two. The first several years of my life were lived in New York City. One of my earliest memories of this time is how on my first day in kindergarten, the blonde-haired teacher looked at her classroom roster and struggled to pronounce my name, Hermenegildo. To her credit, and as I remember without delay or much thought, she came up with a shortened version of my name that I will use for the rest of my life. From now on, we will call you Herman. Unaware of the implication of her action, this teacher inadvertently saved me from a great deal of awkwardness and embarrassment over the pronunciation of my name in the predominantly Anglo-Saxon environment of the 50s and 60s in New York City. So, funny enough and oddly enough, this teacher took the first 6 letters of my name and renaming, and that changed the way I went through for the next 50 plus years in my life. Chapter 5, Ominous Moments. This 3 paragraphs that basically changed my life. I dove into a cresting wave and felt the ocean water hit my skin. It felt great. Charles, Edgar, Randy, and I made our way into deeper waters. We joked and made small talk as we bobbed in the waves and took turns standing and diving off each other's cupped hands. It was my turn again. I climbed into my friend's hands, waited for a big wave, and jumped in. I heard a dull, thump-like sound as my head hit something, most likely bottom. Oddly enough, I felt no pain from the impact. I remained conscious, face down, aware that I was swallowing a fair amount of ocean and water. Unlike other people's accounts of drowning, my immediate thought was how peaceful and melodious it was. I could hear the sound of the waves as they echoed in my ears. I knew what was happening, yet I was not frightened. I will move on and read several of the other quotes. Our success is dependent and intertwined with everyone else's. Help others achieve their dreams, and you will achieve yours. Life, my friends, I have found to be about giving and helping others succeed. A good quote is one in which we put into action. And let me share with you this one. Learn to embrace change, not fear it, as it's the only constant in the world. Most of us fear change. But yet, if we didn't change, if our bodies didn't change, we would expire. Every 7 to 10 years, all the cells in our bodies are new. So change should be embraced, not feared. Let me give you the closing quote within the book. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself. This is the book, Triumphant, right?